Hey everyone, this is Brandon McCaskill from The Brandon McCaskill Show. You're about to watch a clip from our latest podcast, so please enjoy it. But just really quickly, we rely on the generous donations of our viewers. Our content is free on our various platforms, but if you see the vision we're trying to accomplish here and want to get behind us, you can give a one-time donation to this email on the screen, or you can become a monthly supporter on Patreon. There you'll have access to more content, and again, it's just a great way to keep us afloat. Thank you so much, and enjoy the show.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, and forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
I want to talk about Bill Dennis, the latest about Councillor Bill Dennis. He's been put on, what do we call it, suspension?
Put on the ropes. He's been
put on the ropes. They're making him phone in via Zoom calls for council meetings because he's a threat
to the safety of
to the
all
safety
the councillors.
of all the. This guy, he's like Chuck Norris. He's just like, you look at him and you just think threat.
Roundhouse kick.
Man, I'm scared of that guy.
Terrified.
But no, let's get into this. And I wanted to share a recent post. He posted this on October. Let me see here. I think it was October 1st. So he's posted a screenshot because here in Canada, you can't post news links. So it's a screenshot of Sarnia News Today, and the title says, Councillor Dennis reprimanded for comments made last fall. Right, so you guys can read that. That's over on Sarnia News Today. But Bill Dennis put a little commentary here that I wanted to read. So he posted this and then commented this. It says, I want to be clear. I did nothing wrong. The IC, Integrity Commissioner, has stated I am innocent on several complaints and guilty on 2 others. I strongly disagree. My comments were part of a tough but necessary debate on issues that matter to our community. They were not personal attacks on the chief, referring to the First Nations chief, or the people she represents. My words were political opinions, the kind every councillor has a duty to express. When elected representatives can't speak plainly, the truth is democracy is lost. This report once again tries to turn free speech into misconduct, and that's very, very wrong. I was elected to ask hard questions and stand up for residents, not to stay silent for fear of upsetting anyone. I was contacted by many of the hundreds of people who lost their jobs in the INEOS shutdown. They felt they had absolutely no one with the courage to speak up, and I was sharing the political opinions expressed to me by citizens. I was the only one not too scared to speak up. Business goes where it is wanted. That's just the bottom line. I was also sharing words which have appeared in the media over the years. And now, with a recent announcement from Imperial Oil about job losses ahead, we are reminded again that local industry isn't just numbers on a balance sheet. Local industry is families, livelihoods, food on the table, and the backbone of our community. We have a duty as leaders to support industry when it acts responsibly, because strong local employers mean strong local families. I will continue to be a voice for those workers and those families, even when it makes some uncomfortable. To be perfectly clear, the Integrity Commissioner herself finds that my remarks did not rise to abuse, bullying, or intimidation. I've acted in good faith to raise legitimate concerns on behalf of the people I was elected to serve. This is nothing more than another attempt to sanitize political discourse and punish me for having the audacity to speak up, especially to speak up on a politically sensitive issue. You can always count on me to be your councillor or mayor who listens, who speaks up, who doesn't sugarcoat my words, and who doesn't hide from the hard stuff. And again, as I have stated throughout, I mean no disrespect to the chief or her people, but I won't cower in fear from the politically sensitive discussions. You elected me to speak up and have a backbone, not cower and retreat. I will always fight for you with passion and courage. Thoughts?
Well, He definitely does do those things. I want to start with what I like about Bill Dennis,
Yeah.
because there is so much that I do. And if you are watching, my friend,
Yeah.
hi, nice to see you. Let's start. I do think that he is a bit of a bulldog.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do need a bulldog in the fight.
Yeah.
That's going to take things on, and he's going to deal with them, which he is very good at, maybe almost too well at it.
Yeah.
There are more tools in the toolbox, so
Yeah.
not everything needs a hammer.
Mm.
Not every job needs a hammer, I guess I
Yeah.
should say. He does have our best. I feel like he has our city's best interests at heart, and everything that he had spoken about in there, that we do need to treat industry well if we want them to stay, and we want all of our neighbors to be prosperous. We need these jobs.
Yeah.
And there may be something to the fact that there are people in the environmental movement that aren't interested in having these jobs here.
Yeah.
There is a history in Sarnia of these jobs causing, environmental problems.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like, there is going to be a cost to making money.
Yeah.
And we need our town and we need our city to be better than what it is.
Yeah.
And we need somebody to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've sat down with Bill Dennis before, and what I get very clear from him is that he loves his city.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell he's been here for a while, and like, he knew what Sarnia used to look like, and he sees what it looks like now, and it angers him. And not only that, he hears from the constituents that vote for him and how they also see that difference and they want change. And so I think he's honest when he's saying, like, he's speaking for the frustrations of the people that have expressed that to him.
Yeah.
Right. Because when you talk with your constituents, there's no filter on them. Like,
No.
they're going to be cussing, and they're going to be, speaking their mind to Bill, whether it's on the phone or via email. These are, this is the reality of how, being a counselor works, where you're hearing, the not so PG version. And so I believe him when he says, I'm actually being frustrated for them. But I think, because I know we were in the spirit of saying all the positive things about him, but I think we should offer some critiques that are intended to be helpful, not to be kind of condescending. Because again, I'm someone who likes Bill. I think he's a great guy. He showed up to our vigil a couple of weeks ago to show support for the death of Charlie Kirk and what we were doing there. And I got to share the gospel there. That was pretty cool. And, he was standing there, and it was just a good time. And it was really good to have him there. So I definitely appreciate him. But so what are some helpful critiques we could give Mr. Dennis? You start.
Well, first off, you should try to attack people's ideas more than anything else. I don't think that he attacked somebody's character here. Like, there was so much digging I had done on it, but it's just such a big topic.
Yeah.
You always have to look to deconstruct ideas and to argue things from their idea itself.
Right.
And you never want to take something, for example, like, maybe this person, this is all that they're about.
Yeah.
And so when he critiqued it, it really hit a hard spot. So that's a number one thing I would say that he really should focus in on and hone in on.
Yeah.
Because we all probably remember the viral moment he went after Mayor Mike Bradley.
Yeah.
Which was maybe not a good look for him. A lot of people liked it, allegedly.
Yeah, there's a crowd that likes the rough, around the edges type of comments. But I think you're right in the sense that I like your analogy about, like, that's not the only tool in the toolbox. Like, Bill's also smart. If you ever talk to a calm Bill, he's super intelligent. And so we need to get those intelligent ideas on, like, a podcast like this one.
I think that's a great idea.
Where we're allowing him to just completely put his ideas out there fully, or like, and beautifully articulated, so that people get the message and they can see kind of the heartthrob of his, his passion for Sarnia. I think people need to see that. And, I think this is a great opportunity to do that, Bill. Come on to the podcast. And by the way, I want to invite every counselor. I want to see Chrissy Roberts. I want to see Adam Kilner, Brian White. You guys are invited here. We really believe in talking with people that disagree with us. You don't even have to agree with anything that we say. We want to represent Sarnia well.
Yeah, I think
do our
that's
best.
We do have to have discussions across the political aisle.
That's right.
I don't know any of these people like at all. Like I've shook Bill Dennis's hand like
Yeah.
one time, and I really appreciate that he's not afraid to go to events
Yeah.
that he supports.
Yeah.
It's just like when we talked about the Sarnia Journal had gone after him for attending the Charlie Kirk vigil. But it could be well pointed out by Bill Dennis that other councillors had attended events that you or I don't agree with at all.
Yeah.
And so we need to, at the end of the day, try to branch these ideas. We all have to get along. We all live here.
Yeah.
I do have a hard time with that though, because at the same time, like these people think that we're just misogynist, racist pieces of garbage.
Yeah.
They don't see where we're coming from at all.
Well, it's that worldview difference again, right?
Yeah.
It's like they're coming from a different starting point. So they're getting to a different conclusion.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's a good point. And so, yeah, you guys are welcome. And because we gotta communicate our message more clearly. I think that's where a lot of the transmission is lost, where it's just a lot of noise right now. You'll hear like the outburst of Bill Dennis. You'll see it in like the Sarnia Journal, and they'll give their own spin, which we've covered last time, where I don't know, just my opinion, not very reliable source. But it's just not so often where you get there's an intimate, friendly conversation where we're not attacking him. We're not trying to set him up. We're not trying to get any gotchas.
No.
And
there is something that we should kind of talk about, because it is very much weaved into this. There is an epidemic in Canada of municipal conservative electoral people that are absolutely attacked, and that there is a big problem with that, and that he is right that there is a big censorship on what you could talk about. You can't hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
If you're tripped up over hurting people's feelings, then how are you going to convey ideas?
Yeah.
So you have to be more open to listening to it.
Yeah.
But there's Rhonda Jubinville out of Chatham Kent. She got smacked by the Integrity Commissioner, which recently only came out of court. And she tried to stop the raising of special interest flags in Chatham Kent, which she was met with all kinds of trouble. Somebody had dumped on her desk at City Hall. They had dumped a nice card from the Satanic Church of the United States.
Yeah.
And it says, "Oh, somebody has made a donation in your name to the Satanic Church," and that they were using that money to give for ritualistic abortion. Like, I'm not talking out of my...
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like I could send you the photos of it if you wanted to even show it up on screen.
I'll put it here.
There's also Mike Ramsey, he's a former Canadian military veteran. He is on the Waterloo District School Board. He got slammed by the Integrity Commissioner, and he has a lot of Christian conservative views. There's Lisa Robinson. She's from Pickering, Ontario. Yeah. These are three people that live like within a 3-hour radius of it that are all getting picked on just for having the same ideas, same worldview as we do.
And it's crazy because after the first podcast, which was great, by the way, I think we did. I was really pleased with the first podcast, but we got some flack from the usuals, the ones that you would expect to just raise, drama over nothing. But they brought up how we were making a big deal and kind of a nothing burger out of conservatives and Christians kind of being persecuted politically. But you're giving anecdotal examples of this happening in real time. And like we see with even Bill Dennis, when he stood up against like DEI and stuff like that, he got crucified. Like
he absolutely did.
Why can't we? And this is why I think we need to talk about our Christian values. Like, why are we left out of the conversation? I mean, if you were to examine our views on stuff like this, it's not like we're not racist, like you're saying. And again, I think it's because we start at a differing worldview, but you start breaking stuff like that down. I don't think workplace motivations or motivations for hiring shouldn't be based on your skin color, but rather than your merit. If you're qualified for the job, you are hired, Mr. or Mrs., right? So I think fighting racism with racism is not the best solution. That just seems like a pretty
it
straightforward
totally
tactic.
goes against every ideal that we hold in the West and everything that the West was founded upon.